Get ready to uncover one of the most explosive finds in recent history. In Nevada's rugged Thacker Pass, a treasure trove worth trillions is hidden beneath the surface lithium ore, the key to unlocking a sustainable energy future. But with great power comes great controversy, and this mine is sparking global debate. Fast forward 16 million years ago, when a colossal eruption shaped the landscape, forming an ancient clay bed packed with America's highest lithium concentration, and it's about to change everything. Imagine a small town in Nevada with only 17,000 residents, Humboldt County, where life is about to get a massive boost. The Thacker Pass mine could be the game changer locals have been waiting for, thousands of new job opportunities and a flood of cash into the community. But what's behind this lithium hype? It turns out our world can't get enough of it. Lithium powers everything from your smartphone to electric vehicles, and its importance is only growing, making this mine's discovery a pivotal moment in shaping our sustainable future. Think about it, your phone, your laptop, even that vape you love. They all rely on lithium-ion batteries, the superstars of energy storage. But here's the thing, these powerhouses aren't just for our gadgets anymore. They're key to unlocking a cleaner future. The harsh reality is, we've hit a breaking point with fossil fuels, and it's time to shift gears. Our planet is crying out for relief from pollution and climate change, making renewable energy the only way forward. And guess what? Lithium-ion batteries are at the heart of this revolution. Get ready for a lithium explosion, not because it's going off in a blast, but because its popularity is about to skyrocket. Solar, wind, and geothermal power are leading the charge on clean energy. But there's just one teeny problem: they can't produce power 24/7. That's where lithium-ion batteries step in as the ultimate energy superheroes. And don't even get me started on the numbers. Experts predict demand will soar to 3 times its current level within just 5 short years, and an astonishing 40 times by 2040, according to the International Energy Agency. This isn't a drill. It's time to buckle up for lithium-ion battery mania. From roads to rideshare, electric vehicles are revving up our world and driving demand for lithium like never before. But here's the good news. A major game changer is on the horizon. The Thacker Pass lithium mine is set to kick into gear in 2026. And once it hits max capacity, it'll be producing an incredible 6,000 tons of lithium per year. That's enough to cover a quarter of our current global demand. Talk about making a dent. And if all goes according to plan, we can breathe a little easier knowing this crucial supply will help avoid a potential shortage in the years to come. But that's not all. There's also an even bigger prize on the line: America's energy independence. Will the country stay ahead of the curve and reclaim its superpower status, or get left in the dust? The lithium road ahead is full of twists and turns, and we can't wait to see what's around the corner. The lithium landscape looks a little different when you zoom out. Right now, it's dominated by big players like Bolivia, Chile, Australia, and China. But here's the catch: relying on its top economic rival for such a vital resource is a major concern for the US government. So, what if America could break free from this dependency? The Thacker Pass mine is poised to put the country in the lithium driver's seat. If it reaches maximum capacity, we might even become one of the world's leading exporters. No wonder it was greenlit so swiftly. But as with any big win, there are also some local losers. Get ready for a closer look at how this game-changing mine is impacting the community right in its shadow. Thacker Pass is more than just a mining site. It's sacred ground for the Shoshone-Paiute tribes, who call the nearby Duck Valley Reservation home. But this land holds a painful past. It was here that their ancestors faced brutal violence at the hands of US cavalry. Given the weight of history, you can see why the tribe had serious reservations about letting a mine take over their ancestral homeland. And they weren't alone. Environmental groups also sounded the alarm on the devastating impact it could have on the land. So what did this mean for the proposed mine? Let's dig in and find out. Imagine an area roughly the size of Washington, D.C., transformed into a massive mining operation. That's what Thacker Pass could become with this project. But the impact wouldn't just stop at emptying out pockets of valuable minerals. It would be catastrophic for the local wildlife. The Lahontan cutthroat trout, the greater sage grouse, and even the iconic golden eagle. All of these species would see their homes severely disrupted or destroyed. It's a bitter irony that our quest to transition to cleaner energy sources might actually harm the environment we're fighting to protect. Can this really be what progress looks like? Let's take a closer look at what's really going on behind the scenes of this lithium rush. The Thacker Pass mine isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a larger pattern of destructive mining practices being used all around the globe to get our hands on this in-demand material. In Africa, China's mining operations have been leaving a trail of devastation across entire countries. In Namibia, things aren't much better. Their Sinfang Investments is at the center of a heated dispute with local authorities over its massive mining project. And it's not just about the environment. The company has faced a string of allegations from workers who've spoken out about gross human rights abuses, cramped zinc shacks to live in, subpar working conditions that put their health at risk, and more. Imagine working in sweltering heat with no way to escape, the metal beneath your feet sizzling like an oven, making every step feel like a nightmare. To top it off, you're sharing showers and toilets with colleagues, with zero privacy or hygiene. And if things weren't bad enough already, workers from China, who were also on site, got to enjoy air-conditioned comfort and proper bathrooms. A stark contrast to their Namibian counterparts. It's not just the living conditions that raised red flags, though. Basic safety measures seem to be non-existent in this Chinese-run operation. Miners were sent into the fray without a second thought to their safety. No protective gear, no safety nets, nothing but the harsh reality of the work at hand. But was it all just about sacrificing lives for progress? It's a tough question, especially when you consider that these Chinese mining operations weren't exactly driving economic booms in Africa as one might have hoped. In fact, some shady dealings came to light. Bribery and corruption played their part in getting these projects off the ground. What started out as small-scale operations often grew into massive mines, raising eyebrows about fair business practices. The environmental costs were staggering, like ticking time bombs waiting to unleash an ecological disaster. Chinese firms would take out small licenses with strings attached, no messing with the local wildlife or water supplies. But hey, who needs rules when you've got cash? They found loopholes and exploited them, putting entire regions of Africa at risk of a complete ecological meltdown. Fast forward to today's lithium mining, often called white gold eye, and it's clear this is no exception to the rule. Wherever there's a rush for profit, environmental red flags start waving, signaling danger around every corner. Africa's got a measly 5% of the world's lithium gold mine, but it's up for grabs like a free-for-all. This laid-back landscape gave China the chance to sneak in and outrun America and other countries in the high-stakes race for control. But here's where things get really interesting. The Thacker Pass mine, potentially America's ticket to toppling China's reign supreme, has a secret owner, Lithium Nevada, a subsidiary of Lithium Americas. And guess what? Ganfeng Lithium, the world's second biggest lithium powerhouse, is the largest shareholder in Lithium Americas. It seems the plot thickens as we dig deeper into this electric power struggle. Breaking free from China's grip isn't just about extracting lithium. It's about building a whole new energy ecosystem that keeps the wealth and power within America's borders. That means every step, from processing the raw material, selling it on the market, and using it in American innovation, needs to be powered by US-based players. But here's the twist: right under our noses, we might have China pulling the strings. At least, that's what the connection between Lithium America's big shareholder and this project suggests. Let's look back at Zimbabwe for a chilling reminder of how tough the Chinese can be when they set their sights on lithium riches. It's a stark warning sign as America aims to take control of its own destiny in the electric revolution. Africa's lithium hotspot is right here in this region, boasting some of the largest reserves globally. Last year alone, Zimbabwe raked in a whopping $109 million from lithium exports, catapulting it to the 6th spot on the global exporter list. But despite its newfound wealth, Zimbabwe is now keen on keeping more of that lithium within its borders. The plan: to refine it locally and boost the value before sending it out. However, China's got other ideas. They're still managing to get their hands on this valuable resource. And how are they doing it? By partnering with Zimbabwe's defense industries, which just so happen to be under international sanctions. This is a stark reminder that when it comes to lithium, China's not about to let geography or sanctions get in the way of securing its next big win. But here's where things get really interesting. China's got a secret weapon that lets them bypass Zimbabwe's export ban, despite not owning a single lithium mine there. A special exemption that smells suspiciously like corruption and backroom deals with the government. It's clear they're using every trick in the book to keep their lithium supply flowing smoothly, and we thought Zimbabwe was just an African hotspot bot. It turns out China has been playing this game all over the world, from Africa to America, where the Thacker Pass mine is actually located, a lithium mine smack in the middle of a global superpower. It's time to put two and two together and see how much further China's reach really goes. But hold up, you thought China's sly tactics were limited to foreign soil. Think again. In America, where the Thacker Pass mine is about to break ground, it seems like history might be repeating itself. Just months after discovering these lithium deposits, we're already seeing red flags waved high. The Shoshone Paiute tribes are sounding the alarm, claiming that this mine will desecrate sacred land and disregard their cultural heritage. And you'd think they'd have a solid case. There are laws in place to protect just such instances. But surprise, surprise, a federal judge shot down their lawsuit, dismissing their concerns as unfounded. It's like we're watching China's playbook unfold right before our eyes, with civil rights and tribal sovereignty getting pushed aside in the rush for lithium riches. So what's next? Despite the controversy surrounding it, construction on the Thacker Pass mine is full steam ahead. General Motors has already laid down a whopping $150 million to secure their spot at the lithium trough. And when this mine starts pumping out lithium in just a few years, get ready for seismic shifts in the global market. For one, America's most prized mining resource could soon be majority owned by a Chinese firm. Talk about a game changer. Meanwhile, China might find its African mining operations suddenly looking less crucial as they're flooded with this fresh American lithium supply. Buckle up, because the lithium landscape is about to get a whole lot more complicated. As demand for lithium soars, it's anyone's guess how much we'll really care where it comes from. But what do you think? Will Thacker Pass truly upset the global balance of power? Share your thoughts.